before we awaken to our challenges of disability, there are few people even before us who realize these challenges and who are tasked with the challenge of making our lives and shaping our lives. Hi friends, welcome to Inclusion 360 Degrees. कैसे हैं आप सब लोग? I hope आप सब ठीक हैं. और आज हम बात करने जा रहे हैं एक बहुत important और एक बहुत महत्व टॉपिक पे. We are going to recognize and acknowledge those people who have contributed a lot in providing inclusive spaces and inclusive families for people with disability or blindness for that matter. So today's topic is parenting and inclusion. For those of you who have just tuned into Inclusion 360 Degrees, we are a channel जहाँ पे आपको मिलेगा information कि people with vision impairment कैसे अपनी हर चीज़ को, अपनी हर रोज की चीज़ों को कैसे manage करते हैं. So today I have with me my friend and my friend's mom, my friend who's also a visually impaired, Chandana, and her mom, Latha Shekhar. Hi Latha auntie.
Hi Summaiya.
Thank you for participating in this discussion and welcome to Inclusion 360 Degrees.
Thank you so much and thank you for giving me an opportunity.
Thanks auntie. So also with me along with Latha auntie, we also have Miss Najma Nikhath Khanam, who is also my dearest mama, who will talk to us about their experience on parenting people or children with vision impairment. So before we start, can we start with the two of you? Wherein auntie, I think you can start off first and then mama you can start. So before we start off, hi mom. Hi.
Hi Summaiya.
How are you?
Yeah, fine, thank
you. So if auntie, if you can give us a little introduction about yourself and tell us about the disability, tell our viewers about the disability that Chandana has so that they know a little bit, get an understanding.
Hi Summaiya. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಲತಾ ಅಂತ. ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳು ಚಂದನ. ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ RP ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ. RP ಅಂದರೆ ರೆಟಿನೈಟಿಸ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟೋಸಾ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ರಾತ್ರಿ ನೈಟ್ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇವಾಗೇ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಥರ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅವಳಿಗೆ.
Okay, so mama, would you like to tell a little bit about me? I'm finding this now very weird, but yeah, would you describe a little about my disability or my blindness, whatever?
Yeah. Hi Summaiya.
Hi.
Thanks for giving me an opportunity to talk about this. So Summaiya was actually born totally blind. So yeah, only that I think.
Okay, sure. So now if both of you can just tell us a little bit as to, for every parent's journey is always very different, but when out of many people, just a few people have a child with disability. So when I was born, when Chandana was born, so what was the kind of experience, what did you really feel? So just if you would like to describe it in one or two sentences.
ಚಂದನ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್, ಅಂದರೆ ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೇನು ಆ ಥರ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಡೇ ಬೈ ಡೇ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಅದೇ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಬರೀ ಲೈಟೇ ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ಲು. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅವಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಸೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಲೈಟ್, ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಲೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ನನಗೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಏನೋ ತುಂಬ ಲೈಟ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾಳಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗಾಬರಿ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಅದನ್ನು ಆಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಆಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
Okay, sure. So mama, what would you like to go next?
So when I held her in my arms, it was really a very difficult moment for me. It was very emotional and it was full of it's very difficult for me to explain it now. But yeah, after we knew she was born blind, I felt that is the end of everything in my life. But after some time, it took few days or months, I can tell. It took some time for me to accept this, and it was very nice, or I can tell it was a difficult journey for both like parents and Summaiya.
So the question, continuing from where you stopped, जहाँ पे आपने stop किया था, मैं वहीं से शुरू करूँगी. You said it was difficult to accept. You thought it was the end of your life, right? But it was not the end of your life. So today here we are, both of us are sitting here and talking to the two of you. How did this all happen? Can you just explain little, tell our viewers a little, how did it all start? How did you start off, like taking care of us, like education? How did it all begin?
Yeah, so that's what it was very difficult for me to accept, and it was like, what will I do with this child now? How will I start? Where will I go? How will I educate her? She was my first child, and like I had to, like as she grew, even I learned how to deal with her or with the situation. So as she grew, like when she was 1 year old, maybe she started speaking, and then we realized that she's very good at singing, and she would recognize things by touching or by hearing. So it was like a journey for me also. It was like me or my husband or my family. It was like even we learned with her. Like we also went through her journey. Then finally, like it was like time for her to go to school. Then where I should take her, I took her to some normal schools where they were not ready to accept her. Then finally 1 year she went to a school where all the like sighted children was. She was doing very well, or what is that? She could not write.
So it was initially, this whole thing is of acceptance. So now after you people accepted, like even till date, I think you would have got various reactions from different people of different types. Looking at me or Chandana, this is for both of you, like looking at me and Chandana, like people would have had different reactions. So would you like to describe what are those few reactions that people gave you both? And it could be funny, sad, anything, whatever you want to describe. And what was your response and what was your experience with that kind of reaction? So you can start first, Mom, if you want to, or Auntie.
Anyway.
ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟು ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾನು ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಅಂಟಿಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇವಾಗ 2 years ತಗೊಳ್ತು ನಮಗೆ ನಾವೇ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಈ ಥರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ ಟುಕ್ 2 years. 2 years ನಾನು ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ, ನಮ್ಮ ಡ್ಯಾಡಿ ಹತ್ರನೂ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರನೂ ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಸ್ಟ್ 2 years ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ. ಅಂದರೆ ಏನೂ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವಳು ಹಂಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾಳೆ, ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾಳೆ, ಅವಳನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಬೀಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ಆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವಳಿಗೇನೂ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾನೆ. ಬಟ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಡ್, ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಸಾಕಾಯಿತು, ನನಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದು ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಫೆಡ್ ಅಪ್. ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಗಲಿ, ಯಾರು ಏನಾದರೂ ಹೇಳಲಿ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ನನಗೆ ಆಯಿತು, ಯಾರು ಏನಾದರೂ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಾನು ಅವಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದಮೇಲೆ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಮೆನಿ ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ.
So Mama, after you found out that I was born blind, what were the next steps that you took in terms of my education or whatever that maybe you said that you learned a lot. So what were the next steps that you took?
Yeah. So the main thing was your schooling. Which school to send, where to take you, like who will teach you Braille or how it was going. So first we thought we will take you to the normal school where all sighted students are studying. So there they were very scared to take, like how will we manage if she falls, or if somebody hits her, if she like they were all scared to accept you as a student over there. So I had to explain them, or maybe I went a step like I fought with her. So you have to take her. There is an order from the government. So why will you not take? Then I also assured them that I will not question you if she falls or something. So I will take that responsibility. You don't have to worry about that. And they were kind enough to take admissions for Summaiya, and she started off very well, but she used to do good only in oral, and she was not learning to write because already she was in LKG. LKG, she had to start writing. Other students were doing writing. During that time, she would sit idle. So I didn't feel good for her because this place is not for her. I thought I should take her to a special school where she will also play. And yeah, when those kids are going out to play, she used to sit alone in the classroom or maybe with the teacher, not playing. So I felt she has to spend all her time learning. So I wanted to know which is that place where she can do all through her time she has to study and learn everything. So very luckily we found a school named Jyoti Seva School for the Blind. And once we took her there, I think all her problems ended and there was solution for everything.
So I would like to ask another question to you, Mama. You spoke about the school's role. That is fine. That is really, I would like to acknowledge. But since our topic is parenting, what was your parenting experience? How were you involved with me? If you can tell the viewers, how were you? Because after school I had to come home, and before school I was at home. All of us are at home. So what was that you did as a mother, as a parent?
Yeah, this is a very important point, Summaiya, which even I would like to share with everybody, like all young mothers who have children with disability or visual impairment or any disability. So when Summaiya started learning, she would go to her school, come back home in the evening. So for me it was difficult for her. Now she has to play with the sighted children. And we used to live in a place where we had 10 to 15 children of her age, maybe age group of 4 to 10 maybe. And Summaiya was almost 6.5 or 7 years old at that time. She would go to play with those kids and she would come back in half an hour crying. Mama, they don't want to play with me, or they are sending me back. I used to go request them, please take her. She cannot see. No, I used to tell them, you have to play with her. You have to spend some time with her. So one day she came crying back. I still remember. She came, Mama, she wanted me to again go back and help her play with those kids. She came back crying and saying they pinched me or they don't want to play with me. So I asked her, Summaiya, do you like playing with them? She said yes. Then I said, see, you go to school, you have people like you with maybe 10 or 15 or 20. But when you come back after the school, you have to play or work or live people with sighted people. So you have to learn how to deal with them or live with them. It is your world. I cannot keep coming every time and helping you. So you go fight your life. So if you want to play with them, see what you will do, how you will manage. You don't come back, I am not going to help you after this. As time passed, they all became so good friends. They would not leave her and play anything, like any time. And she would also enjoy playing with them. I think till date, all those kids are friends with her till date. And now I feel what I told her that day was right. Because, I'm talking about Braille, how to teach her Braille. First, I had to learn Braille, then teach her, come back home and teach her how to write Braille and numbers. And after Braille, it was not only about Braille. It was so many things where we have to cope up with the things. She had to walk or she had to do her daily living skills. Everything had to be taught.
ಚಂದನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಳ ಜೊತೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇ ಒಂದು ಖುಷಿ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಡಿಸಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಕಣ್ಣಷ್ಟೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕಿವಿನೂ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅವಳಿಗೆ. RP ಇದ್ರಿಂದ ಅವಳಿಗೆ 60% ಕೇಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ, 40% ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವಳು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ಲು. ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಏನೋ ಜೋರ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡ್ದು. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಅವಳ ಜೊತೆ ಶೌಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನ್ ಕಿರ್ಚಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಳು ಕಿರ್ಚ್ತಾ ಇದ್ಲು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೂಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ಲು. ಸೊ ಹಂಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವಳು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ಅವಳ ಜೊತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 75% ಅವಳ ಜೊತೆ ಕೂರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, 25% ನಾನು ಮನೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ.
Life is not just about, it's not about studying and, it's not about studying at home. We have a whole big society to interact with, and we have a gender thing here also. If you understand that both of us are girls. Both of us are girls, and you are talking things since the time we were small and we were kids, and all of that just happened. Though it was difficult, it happened. Now at this stage, what are some of the challenges that you face, as parents, with us being girls? It can be marriage, it can be relationship with people around. A lot of these things, talking about interaction between the opposite gender. Anything, if you could like to tell our viewers, because we should not shy away from talking about these things. These are important. So,
ಸೊ ಟು ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಟ್, ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನೂ ಹೆಸಿಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ, ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್, ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟಾಕ್ ಟು ಎನಿಬಡಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ಅಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಟಾಕ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ what you are saying, and that you both know very well. I am sure about that.
I would just convey a message to the society or the people around. You should not be scared to accept them, because they are better than sighted people, or better than anybody else. I feel they could do everything what a sighted person is doing, or more than what they could do. You can see them, they are all standing on their own legs. They are standing on their legs. And there are girls who have become IAS officers, IPS officers, and they are everywhere in all fields, I think. They are lawyers, judges, everybody. But still society gets scared to get them married and get them into their families. So I would tell, don't be scared. Accept them as they are. A little helping hand would make them reach heights.
Thank you so much, the two of you. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you liked the video. Before we sign off, I would like to dedicate this video to all the parents of people with disability or people with vision impairment, and would like to say that inclusion really begins from home. Inclusion efforts begin with really inclusive parenting that these two lovely ladies spoke about regarding inclusion. And I really would like to say that I have known parents who have children with blindness who have been really nervous and jittery, and also have not been very involved in the lives of their children, their daughters and sons, who have actually abandoned them, excluded them, isolated them. So मेरी ये सिंसियर अपील है, रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप अपने जिनको नजर नहीं आता है, आपके बच्चों के साथ आप प्लीज इन्वॉल्व रहिए, हर चीज में साथ रहिए, बिकॉज पेरेंटिंग, be it sighted, blind, whoever it is, parenting is very inclusive. It is an all-round process. So please guys, please like, share and subscribe to our videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, take care.